Hello and welcome everyone. I am the Upper Down, aka Tud, and today we're going to be continuing where we left off with our Final Fantasy Tactics Advance playthrough. So I've been giving some thought to my current characters here and how I want them to progress going forward. So I was thinking about proceeding to complete the abilities that my archer is currently attempting to learn, and then switching her to a melee build, using the ability that she is working on now to boost her physical abilities going forward. I haven't fully decided on what I want my main character to do yet, but I'm thinking something maybe along the lines of a physical damage dealer here, or perhaps even a thief. I'm going to keep my caster here as a caster. It is a very valuable asset on my team at the moment. I'm going to push my warrior here down a magical build as well to have that additional caster and maybe some reactive abilities as well. Going to keep my Bonga here on a relatively melee build. And of course, I will keep my healer on the healer route. Healing isn't necessarily essential at this point in time, but it will become so later on when some of the abilities used against me become unsurvivable. Ah yes, something I forgot to do in the previous video was look at the rumors here at the pub. So there are quite a few rumors here. Looking through them explains what actions you can take in the game, different conditions that might take place on the battlefield, how laws work, things like that. There are also some others in here that have to do with story-related events, and by reading these, you unlock those events as missions you can take from the pub. Alright, so the first of which would be Clan Borzoi. I hear Clan Borzoi's on the warpath these days, challenging other clans, fighting for turf. Things just aren't the way they used to be. Dirty Secret. Borzoi's Dirty Secret. Word on the streets that Clan Borzoi's got the backing of a foreign criminal ring, maybe one with eyes on Ivalice itself. Snow in Lutia. Snow was reported falling in large amounts in Lutia, while the parents worry about the cause of this strange weather. The kids are out enjoying the snow. This one explains the treasure hunt feature in the game. Sometimes treasure appears when you place a symbol on the world map. When you see a symbol shaking, that's where the treasure is, so go get it. So based on where you place different locations on the world map, you'll find different combinations of treasure within some of those locations. Obviously, there are certain layouts that are better than others to get better loot from the locations, but more on that later. Alright, gonna go ahead and take a mission here. Go ahead and take Professor in Trouble. Please find Professor Augie. He's been gone to the Lutia Pass for 3 days now. Maybe he's lost or buried in an avalanche. From Dag, Research Assistant. On these missions, we have the option to take any mission items we may have acquired along the way. At the moment I don't have any, so I won't be able to take anything with me, but that's okay. I think we'll be able to manage. Alright, off to Lutia Pass. Wow, okay. So because there is already another companion here in the battle, I'm not able to bring my full party with me like I normally would. Looking at the laws here, no use of instruments, but use of knight swords is recommended. I can mostly disregard this because I don't have anyone on the battlefield at the moment that can use either of these things. Now, in regards to the enemy types here, there are zombies, 3 of them to be exact, and flans, there are 2. Flans are a bit difficult. They take almost no damage from physical attacks, and can only realistically be damaged from magical attacks. And at the moment, I only have one character on my team that can do any form of magical attack, so I will want to focus him on taking them out as quick as possible. Professor Augie, are you okay? We'll help you. I'm going to try and position myself between the zombies and the professor here. I also want to make sure not to get too close to the flan, because their magical attacks are quite devastating early on. And as far as elements go, these are ice flans, so they take the most damage from fire. Lost my white monk there. Nice way to circumvent the being unable to physically damage an enemy, just draining their health. Going to apply a heal here because I see these two, or at least my guy here, he's only half health. I want to try to focus down one of the zombies. But you have to be careful not to kill one of the zombies too early because they do have a self-revive tactic and they will bring themselves back after 3 rounds have passed. So I'm just going to get him low and then switch focus. Some lightning on him. Oh, took about half his health there. Try to get him some health back here. These two are weakened a little bit here. Hopefully my magic attack will be able to take them both out. Gonna be a little short. I do unfortunately have to hit my own character here. This isn't good. My main character is quite low at the moment. Hopefully he goes after the right one here. Zombies are quite unique in that anything that would normally heal will instead do damage to a zombie. Alright, I have all three of them in critical health stages here. However, it doesn't look like I'll be able to finish them off before they heal themselves again. And instead check to see if anyone here needs healing. Not at the moment. Got a level up out of that. Interesting that the zombie chose to sacrifice his partner here to heal himself. While the healer's down. Should still be able to pull this off though with what characters I have left. Not really a good spot to move to hit the zombie here, so I'm instead going to use this opportunity to heal myself. My warrior here has the first aid ability. While it's not as effective as a heal from my healer, it's better than nothing in a situation like this. judge is clearing the battlefield here, so we've got more space to work with. Alright, the plan is now out of the picture. No more enemy magical damage to worry about. I won't be able to finish the zombie off before his next turn. Right, and that should be it for the battle. Everyone's worried about you. Let's get back right away. Professor in Trouble went well. Now for the next one. We've mastered First Aid on the main character, all three of the elements that we were learning on our Magic Caster. And we've received another archer for the clan. Okay. So my intentions with the soldier are to keep going until he masters the shielding ability that he's currently working on, to be able to use a shield in any class that he chooses. After that, I'll switch over to a magic style build. Blank here has finished his magic studies here, so let me see if there's any more magic available for him at this time. Going into the shop here, I'm going to scroll through until I find... doesn't look like there's anything else that he can learn at this moment. Well, to keep him on track with learning abilities here, as that's the most important thing at the moment, I'm going to switch him over to Thief, so he can start learning a Thief ability. Learning abilities is how you unlock special and secret classes as well, by studying different abilities within each class. So I have set Mont Blanc here to steal accessories worn by enemies, and we can still access his black magic through his secondary abilities, so he will still be able to cast while also working on his thievery. Both of my soldiers here have mastered their abilities, so let's see what we can find in the shop for them. Speed Break is a nice ability here. When used on an enemy, it slows them down in the turn order. I also need to buy another piece of armor here, so that my thief will be able to use it. While we're in here also, it might be a good idea to pick up a green beret. That will help teach my hunter how to avoid being hit by arrows. Isn't anything in the white monk tree as of yet that I care to give my white monk. Instead, I think I might switch him to a warrior build. Okay. So we're going to switch over to Silver Sword for Speed Break. The white monk, we're going to change over to a warrior. And then he can work on his first aid. Oh, almost forgot, I need to get him a shield. Get her started on blocking arrows. While I'm in here, I'll buy a couple of accessories here. This particular accessory increases weapon attack and defense, as you can see in the bottom left-hand corner here. So let's boost our soldier's abilities here. Alright, we are more or less fully equipped for the moment. I'm going to switch my healer over to a damage dealer here to have that extra bit of magic damage while I work on melee with my other characters for the time being. We'll still be able to access white magic through our secondary abilities here. Alright, next mission I'm going to take is Thesis Hunt. I search for my master, the late Dr. Dalile's thesis. It was taken from me by bandits as I crossed the Lutia Pass. Dr. Coleman, geologist. Alright, so in the last mission we did actually obtain an item that we can take with us on missions. Hot soup from the Isle of Jed, made of bomb and eggs. This particular item gives defense and resistance when used as a mission item. So we'll take that with us to increase our defense and resistance in this next fight. Hey, Mont Blanc. Lupo? Why would bandits be interested in a thesis anyway? Lupopo? Maybe they're nerdy bandits? Some thieves are interested in more than money, Kupo. Yeah, you're probably right. Hey, there's someone there. This isn't what I asked for. I want Coleman's thesis, not Delalay's. Hey, man, we got you a thesis just like you asked. Well, I can only give you half of your fee then. That's not an option, Gramps. Pay up. Looks like you were right, Tud. Bandits just wanted money after all, Kupo. Don't worry about that. Let's get the thesis back. Hey, you! That thesis is stolen property. What's that kid yelping about? That's no ordinary boy. Look, he's with a clan. Coleman must have posted a reward for that thesis. Ah, so this kid is here on business. No need for me to play nice then, is there? Ah, no use of missiles, but swords are actually recommended. Since all I have in my backup slots here are archers, I'm going to bring my archer along with me, but I'm not going to use her in this combat. It is also one of the only combats in the game that you fight 6 enemies instead of the typical 5. Oh wow, a successful steal with only a 30% chance to hit. Have to be careful in this battle because the enemy team does have a healer. Try and throw some magic on the healer up top here. Might be able to take this guy out. Even the odds a little bit. The only problem with casters is just how squishy they are. They take so much more damage from attacks than any other type of character. Can't quite reach the healer from here, so I'm instead going to go for this other warrior over here. Healer chose to come down into range here. Not quite sure why. Puts him at more of a disadvantage. Good opportunity to pull back and throw some magic at them. Got their healer low, so his next turn he'll be casting heal on himself. And I just lost my caster. That hit was so powerful that it would have one-shotted him even if he were at full health. Not much you can do about that. Hate to throw magic at my own character here, but if I can take out their healer, it's worth it. Damage with a regular attack, or 13 with an ability, so it doesn't make too big of a difference which way we go here. Alright, so 3 enemies left on the board, one of which is an archer, and can't attack due to the laws of the current engagement. So only 2 enemies to really focus on here. And this enemy has the counter reaction, meaning if I swing at him, he will have a chance to hit me back in return. With my character's health being as low as it is, that is a risk I am not willing to take at the moment. Ah, fortunate. Alright, so, comparing physical damage on this character, which does 11 damage, to magical damage, which would instead do 20, it's much more beneficial for me to throw out a magic spell in this instance. I'm not having luck landing my attacks today, it seems. Perhaps against my better judgment here, I'm going to attack instead of heal. That is leveled up. Ooh. Very unlucky there. Might have a chance to take out the thief here. If I get the soldier low enough, he'll use his next turn to try to heal himself. I think we've broken through that threshold. should end the fight. Mont Blanc has leveled up. I think I'm getting the hang of these engagement things. This looks like the table of contents, so... Are all the pages there, Kupo? Yep, they're all in there. All we have to do is bring this back and we're done. You're doing a Kupo job, Tud. You really think so? I thought it would be best to wait a little longer, but I think we're ready for the clan wars. Clan wars? It's not really a war, Kupo. It's when we compete with other clans for turf. The bigger your turf, the cheaper it is to get info. And there's other benefits as well, Kupo. Do we actually engage with other clan members? Sometimes, Kupo. I'm not getting in your way, am I, Montblanc? Kupopo, not at all. Thanks, Montblanc. It gets busier from here on out, Kupo. Hope you're ready. Added. Clan. To the world map main command menu. Select clan to see the clan and mission information. Thesis hunt went well. Now for the next one. Seems the archer has mastered an ability here. Go ahead and place this forest. Alright, so from the clan menu, we can see our mission list, any missions that we currently have available, our report, which shows missions that we have already completed, and those that we haven't, clan turf, anything that is lit up and not grayed out like this will be considered turf that we control. At the moment there isn't any. And it also lists the mission items that we've acquired so far. Currently our clan is level 1 with a 1 in all the different attributes available to the clan. Leveling up these attributes will grant different item rewards and even some pretty rare things that we'll come to see later on. Now, after placing this forest, we did unlock a treasure item here on the mountain. What treasure could lie in wait here? Alright, we found a very nice chess piece. I'm going to go ahead and equip that on my Bonga warrior here. So our archer has learned boost. Go grab another bow for her from the shop. Ah, but first. Well, if it isn't Tud, how you been? Pretty good, I guess. Yourself? Can't complain, can't complain. I thought you might be busy with all the clan wars and stuff. Huh? No kidding? There's a lot of clanners out there looking for fights. Everyone wants to spread their influence, you dig? So, if you don't have any business with another clan, I'd keep your distance. If you fought every clan, you'd never get any work done. Not that all the clans are bad, still, be careful. Thanks for the tip. I'll keep an eye out. Alright. Let's see about getting that bow now. Alright, so we've got two options for bows. We could go with Blackout, which blinds an enemy, or we could go for Aim Legs, which prevents an enemy from being able to move. Both are useful. I think I'm going to start with Blackout. Decreasing the chance enemies can hit you is vital early on. And we've opened up a bunch more missions now. Let's see what we have available. The Sky Pole. Have you heard of the Sky Pole on the southern peninsula? They say it's a stairway to the gods. I'd like to see that. Pay. A street tier. Alright, so this mission will last for 10 days. You simply dispatch one of your clanmen. After 10 days of roaming the map, it will be complete. When sending clan members out on missions, I always try to find clanners who are close to completing their education of a certain ability. And you'll notice by the image of the character on the right-hand side here, there is a difference between those that would be likely to succeed and those that would be likely to have a difficult time on the mission. My archer here is likely to succeed, so we're going to go ahead and send her out on this mission. And the mission item that we're going to get from the mission we just accepted is used to accept this one. Until then, I won't be able to proceed with this. Now, aside from combat missions and missions that you simply send members out on and wait, there are also missions with flags on them. These indicate clan territory. So by accepting this mission and fulfilling whatever requirement it may have, in this instance defeating 3 enemies during a combat, I will then gain control of whichever territory is connected to this particular mission. A bug infestation has hit Giza Plains, and it will reach the town if we don't take action. Someone help drive those critters away. Norris, townsperson. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and dispatch one of the clan members here. Both of my archers wouldn't be successful if I sent them out on this mission. The reason for that being is they don't currently have any equipment. So let's change that. Alright, let's see if he would be successful now. Yes, it looks like he would. So we will send him out on this mission. Now I'm going to move around the map for at least 10 steps to try to progress the other mission, and we should see some enemy clans pop up on the map. These are randomly spawning combats that you can either choose to engage in or avoid at your own discretion. Given the current strength of my party, with 2 of my members away, I think we're going to avoid combat for the time being. Mission cleared. Dispatched unit returned. Leticia here. The sky pole didn't go so well. Unfortunately, it looks like she was unable to complete that task. However, not to worry, missions do respawn. Foul thief. A thief has been coming in the night and stealing our chickens. Please catch him for us. Ariana, little girl. Alright. I believe this mission takes place in town. Yes. Now, before dispatching my units, I'm going to check the laws here. Gang up is against the law, and ganging up is essentially the use of combo abilities, which allow multiple characters to participate in the same action. At the moment, I don't have any characters that can do such a thing, so I don't have to worry so much about that aspect. Recommended is Copycat. Copycat refers to the use of the same type of action right after another character does that same action. So, performing a melee attack after the previous character uses a melee attack. Now, if memory serves, I can only have 3 units deployed in this combat. So I definitely want to make sure that my healer slash caster is among them. I've been found. Nothing to do but fight my way out. Thief, give back those chickens. Defeat the boss. Chance to hit is very low due to him facing me. Huh. Succeeded anyway. He has counter, so he will most likely hit me again after I swing. Huh. Magic seems like the way to go here, avoiding that potential for a counterattack. One more well-placed attack. Alright, the battle is over. Wow, boss! Alright, Foul Thief is cleared. Alright, we have just recruited another Moogle here. Alright, and I think that's where we're going to call it for the day. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe if you're watching from YouTube, or follow me on Twitch for more. And I will see you guys in the next one.